Hi everyone and welcome to Jack and Cat Adventures. Today we're going to be making corn chowder. So let's get started. In a heavy bottom pan, you're going to cut 6 ears of corn off the cob. And you're going to put the cobs in your pot, like so. Then you're going to add 4 cups of broth. And what we're doing, it's kind of called milking. What it is we're taking all that great juice from these cobs, and that's going to incorporate into our soup flavor. So 1 full box of this is 4 cups, so I don't have to measure it. Okay, let's get the cobs in there. Then you're going to need 1½ cups of milk, heavy milk, whole milk. And 1 cup of heavy cream. And this will make it really, really silky, smooth, creamy. So 1 cup of that. A little over, doesn't matter. Now we're going to bring this up to a boil, and then we're going to turn it down to just a simmer, and we're going to simmer it for 20 minutes. So while we're bringing this up to a boil, we're going to get started on the rest of our stuff. Let me just get a spoon to stir this up a little bit and mix it in. Okay. Alright, now we're going to start on the rest of our soup. So in another pot, I'm going to use a heavy bottom one because I like to use those for the bacon and stuff. So we're going to cook 4 slices of bacon that's been cut up into little pieces. While your bacon's cooking, you can start slicing up all of your vegetables. You're going to need 4 cups of chicken broth, 1½ cups of milk, and 1 cup of heavy cream in here. In here you're going to need 4 slices of bacon, and we're going to cook that. While that's cooking, you're going to need 1 large onion chopped fine, 3 stalks of celery finely cut, and 1 large carrot cut into 1/4 inch dice, about 1 cup. I used a little bit more carrot because I love carrots. So we're going to get that done, and you also need 1 pound of Yukon potatoes, or 3 medium peeled and cut into 1¼ inch thick pieces. Okay, so I only had baby potatoes, so that's what I'm using. They are Yukon Gold though, so I'm just kind of eyeballing what I need. That's the nice thing about soup. You can just eyeball everything. It doesn't have to be exact. The
recipe is just a starting point.
Right. Don't stress, guys, if you go over or under. It really doesn't matter. All right, so I'm going to turn this up so it starts to come to a boil. I'm going to start my bacon. Let me get a spatula.
Dad used to say, cook for what you like.
Yeah. Okay, so we're going to cook this bacon to a little bit crisp. I don't like mine too crisp, but if you like yours crisp, it says to do it crispy, but I just don't like it. I like it a little bit softer, right before you get to the really crispy part. I'm just breaking up my bacon that I cut. I just use the back of my spatula, it breaks right up. And while your bacon's cooking, get a plate ready to put the bacon on, because we're going to use the bacon grease to cook the rest of our stuff in, okay? So as soon as this comes up to a boil and this gets done, I'll come back to you. Alright, once your bacon is cooked to the way you like it, use a slotted spoon and take it out, but leave the grease in the pan. What we're going to do is we're going to add our carrots, onion, and celery, and we're going to cook that in this grease until they are tender. gonna get all that bacon grease all over this. All right, we're gonna cook this until they become tender. All right, my carrots, celery, and onion are getting soft. They're almost ready to be done. I'm gonna add a teaspoon of garlic. It doesn't call for it, but I just want garlic in mine. So I'm gonna add a teaspoon of garlic. My fresh garlic was so fresh it was still green, so I couldn't use it, so I have to use this. I'm just gonna stir that in, let it cook just a few minutes, and then we'll be ready to move on to our next part. All right, once your 20 minutes is up, you're gonna take your corn cobs out and throw them away. All right, now we're going to add our potatoes in. Gently put them in so they don't splash all over. We're going to add our carrot, celery, and onion. Okay, it's heavy. All right, I'm gonna put that in. We're gonna add our corn, 4 cups. Okay. Two teaspoons of salt. Got going here.
The goodness, the plate of goodness sitting there.
A 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper. 1/4 teaspoon of cayenne pepper. Alright, now we're going to bring this up to a light boil, turn it down to a simmer, and we're going to cook it until the potatoes are fork tender. Could be about 15 to 20 minutes. Alright, once your potatoes are fork tender, you don't have to do this part. I'm only doing it, I'm going to use my boat motor, and I'm just going to do a quick in. I don't want all of it smooth, but just a little bit, maybe about 2 cups, and that'll make this really creamy and silky on your tongue, okay? So I'm just going to do a quick one. I'm just going to stain to one side. I think that's good. Stir it. Oh, this looks amazing, you guys. Alright, now I'm going to add some of the bacon. Leave a little bit back for garnish, okay? So just put your bacon in. Alright, I'm going to leave the rest for garnish.
Garnish. Ah.
And there you have it. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. And remember, you do you.